Always for you.
It's good. These are some of the things that are happening, and then some are still happening. But the thing there is, what a child would do, he or she will still do. It's not by beating and all of that. You see, this issue of beating is a controversy. You know, it's controversial when you want to discuss it. A lot of people still believe you have to beat. Beating is discipline and this and that and that. I think it's a topic that one should
Actually delve into
on deliberately.
Beating and discipline.
But what we need to know is there are times when you're beating a child and then you are aggressive about it. You are doing it from the zone of anger. And there's nothing you do from the zone of anger that you will not do destructively. So a lot of times what you believe you want to correct in that child, you are complicating the issue much more. You are
like
not
parents
correcting
who say my son is stubborn, they pick up a blade and then they put a mark and they put pepper
when
on it.
you do that, you are fortifying the will power of that child in the negative direction.
I even think you're helping the child to endure
If the child holds back, you are either instilling fear in the child, that fear, okay, or the child becomes more toxic.
Until when so for children who can open their bodies to find 3, 4, 5 marks of when their parents put blades to mark them and put pepper on it on their bodies, would you say that child is completely well?
It's not, because there's, you see, what we're doing is you are actually feeding the monster or the beast in that child. You know, when the scripture says that there is what is this thing? There's foolishness in every child. It is natural for children to want to test the waters, but when you do not allow them in the right direction, conversation, discipline, okay, if you must spank, you must let the child know the reason
why you want to spank.
After doing that, you must have a conversation with the child. Let the child open his or her mouth and tell you what he or she has done. Because at times they don't even understand what they have done.
Or what you're beating them for.
But some children understand, so.
They don't know what they have done. As in, okay, let me use the word, the consequences
of what they have done.
How about the children that knows that, okay, this I have done is very wrong, and you've corrected them like 2, 3, 4 times? How would you handle such
and you
child?
spank?
Then you change your style of communication. It's either you are not getting through to the child, or there's something that is disconnecting between you and that child, that is not making the child do it. There's a story of it. See, there is no individual, including you, me, that grew up that did not want to try something.
Bad. Extremely
now,
bad.
She was trying to say her mother beats, her daddy doesn't beat. It's the same with me. But what if I let you know that between my parents, okay, both of them, I listen more to my father who doesn't beat.
Yeah, same here.
Than my mother. There are some things I can preempt.
Until I became a
I said she's going to, this is what she would do.
That is
what my mother would do.
I already know. My mother has different types of kids.
But the day
I already know appropriate punishment.
The day my father,
she has imagination, very strong imagination. If you come late, my mother has.
You know. So we need to understand
what
that
happened.
even us,
and she will impose that assumption on you until you confess that was what actually happened. So there are times you lie to satisfy her, so that you can kukuma be beaten, because what she wants to do is to beat you. But by the time you leave that stage, and she now saw the kind of aggression that I had to, I didn't like my mother as a teenage girl. I grew up not liking my mother until I was about 21.
Can I chip in something?
Then my mother changed strategy, especially with me. Then we began to have I will call my period started as a little girl. I called my father, not my mom. And my mom was living in the same house. My dad was traveling and coming back home. But it was my dad I told.